Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to The Burning Truth.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Burning Truth. We're back after a week off. Obviously this is a pre-record. You'll be hearing this tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, but it just won't be live due to another prior engagement that I've committed to doing, and for once
I'm backing him.
Matt Burns has got to watch me do something instead of me watching Matt Burns perform.
I get to see if he's got his A game.
He gets to watch a man,
The myth.
a legend,
Nathan God!
in a match. So, no, it'll be interesting. It'll be a good day. But obviously, this will be out at the normal time when it should be, but I'll be halfway through a money match game.
Potentially.
Yeah, on there. So it'll be halfway through by the time, which you'll be able to catch on Facebook Live as well.
Yep.
So if you want to keep track of both, you can keep track of both. Just go on Facebook Live and have a look for myself. And it'll be under there.
Potentially. The previous week, the reason why we didn't have anything out is because we were actually prior engaged to a special day.
Yes, we were. Well, you were out with one of our colleagues celebrating his stag do, and I got caught up in some emergency issues.
which luckily enough turned out.
Yeah, which we were able to sort. It took a couple of days, but I managed to sort it.
It's all good.
Moving on. So, let's jump straight in at the deep end. Bayley, injury.
Oh dear.
Work, not work.
I think no work.
I think work.
I think not.
I think work.
Why do you think work?
Because they needed a way of not making Bayley look completely not buried,
Yeah.
but still keeping the feud between Sasha and Alexa Bliss going on into SummerSlam. But they're still trying to build up Nia Jax as a viable contender, but heel v heel isn't.
No, it's not something that will be very
Whereas
favourable.
Sasha versus Nia heading into Survivor Series could be
Sasha versus Nia. Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
That's if Sasha takes the title from.
which she should do. Like,
Should do.
Alexa's had a decent run with it now. It's time to, pass it on and try to start building the rest of the female division up.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have got Emma, who's come back, decent heel, just needs some work doing and a decent push.
She's currently working on some stuff with Jason Jordan, if I'm not mistaken, character-wise, through Instagram. And she's saying, please, give me a chance, Kurt Angle. Give me a chance. And Kurt Angle just retorts back, it's because of this, you're not... maybe if you did less of this, you'd probably get more chances.
Yeah, but they've got to build that character up. Then obviously you've got Dana Brooke trying to get in Titus brand.
Yeah.
So, it's about trying to bring the rest of the division up. And obviously you've got Mickie James. When's Mickie James going to get a nice little novelty run?
Yeah.
Mickie James probably would have been better on SmackDown still, with Charlotte still on Raw.
Potentially, but it's already out there. But then again, you never know, because that could actually all turn.
Yes, have you heard what's supposed to be happening after SummerSlam?
Yes. Another shake-up.
Yes.
Potentially. So who's going to go where? How? No, we don't know. We don't know who's going to
Is
go.
this a way of getting John Cena to Raw full time?
Not really, because you can just jump over. He's a free agent. He's a free agent. He doesn't need that. He can
WWE
just,
logic.
really? He can just go over and just go, hi, I'm John Cena. I'm a free agent.
If it's a shake-up, if someone draws John Cena, do they get him exclusively? Is that a way to get him just exclusive to Raw?
Potentially, maybe. I don't know. But I don't think it will. I think he'll stay free agent because he doesn't know how much time he's got left for the wrestling business, as he's mentioned on an interview recently.
He'll break Ric Flair's record,
Oh, hell yeah.
and then he'll probably ride off into the sunset.
Yeah!
Probably doing what Jericho does. 3-4 months on,
Potentially.
3 or 4 months off.
Potentially.
But they're thinking he'll be Baron Corbin at SummerSlam.
He'll beat him.
What?
Beat him.
No. The Baron Corbin.
Yes, it's been said. It's already been confirmed. It's already him and Baron Corbin. I like how you brought up John Cena though, because he's actually a bit of a topic at the moment as well. As one match he had recently on SmackDown.
Yeah, with Nakamura.
Yep. You know where I'm going with this, don't you?
Yeah, the "don't be sorry" comment.
There's not just that. Fair enough. There was a big mess up, and he got dropped on his neck, and whatnot. And you can see Nakamura was panicking.
Yeah.
He was panicking. He apologised to Cena straight away, and Cena literally mouthed to him, "Don't be." However, when he got in the back, Nakamura got a bit of a telling off from Vince McMahon himself, who was not happy.
Vince isn't going to be happy.
Exactly.
But if he doesn't tell Nakamura how he feels, then it wouldn't be Vince. You know, he probably did the same thing to Owen when Owen dropped Austin on his neck.
Yeah.
So,
but
Vince coming up to you and telling you, "Listen, you fucked up here, but don't do it again."
But the problem is, he's also got the incident with Austin Aries with the Kinshasa.
I don't think Austin Aries is that big of a problem. I think Vince
exactly.
might give him a little bit.
He might give him a bit of leeway there.
Yeah.
But the point being is, there's still that incident there. The problem is,
Samoa Joe
potentially
ended someone's career, and he is still getting a big push.
Yes, he is. I'm just saying, I think if he makes another mistake on that level again,
it's a genuine mistake because it's like a reverse power slam as such.
It's a reverse explodoplex.
Yeah.
Which is not an easy move to do or take.
And if Cena's never took it before,
which I don't think he has,
then it's obviously going to be a little like
exactly.
Whereas people like Sami Zayn and people like that take it on the indies on a regular basis, so they know what they're looking at. And people like AJ Styles, they've worked that style. Whereas John Cena's a very straight up shooter.
A straight up WWE style.
Yeah, but it's WWE shooting style. Where you'll call in there, but you don't do anything too fancy. like the most fancy thing that John Cena's done for a while is the springboard stunner. And
jumping off top rope.
Yeah, or trying to Hanukkah on her and always turn it into a Spark Pile Driver.
Oh. Yeah. I agree with that.
So, it's two different styles, and until you get used to that style, it's
something that's going to be afoot. But the thing is, a lot of people are stating if he does it again, Nakamura could be in deep waters. And a lot of people are saying it could be just getting blown out of the water because he's seen
it. It's probably blown out of proportion. You don't know what Vince has said to him. It's all the speculation.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got to go on and face Jinder Mahal.
Love it.
But no, so we'll see if he swipes left on the exploder suplex or if he slams him right on his head.
You do know that left is the bad thing and right's the good thing.
Well, if he takes the title, it's a good thing, isn't it?
Fair enough.
What do you think about Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt? Are we going to see the Demon?
No.
Why?
I just don't know. I don't know why. I don't think we will see him until WrestleMania.
Triple H has always said to Finn Balor that the Demon should be kept for special occasions.
Yeah.
So the last time we saw the Demon was at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
When he won the Universal Championship.
First one ever.
Yes. Now, do we see the Demon come out to tackle the Eater of Worlds?
Then.
Because that's the feud we all want. Not playing Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. We want the Demon versus the Eater of Worlds.
Yeah.
Why not? This is a perfect gimmick for
Balor.
Yeah.
Play it. Use the card. I agree with you on that. It just all depends on what they're planning on for him next. and what's been next for Bray Wyatt as well.
Because, like, they could do an awesome little build-up where, because Wyatt always comes in and out via that little whoop, whoop, and thingy. But we've seen on NXT where Finn can sort of use the demon powers to pop up at various points over the arena.
Yeah.
So, I think that'd be interesting.
If they're going to make a big spectacle of it, then use it. However, if I'm not mistaken, I think Randy Orton was having a jab on the internet recently. Randy Orton was.
Well,
I finally get a match. A straight up singles match. After how long? He's basically saying because he's going to have a straight up match with Rusev.
yeah.
Where he's not in a cage match with Wyatt in some dank dark house. Not at WrestleMania where he's got all bugs supposedly being displayed on the floor.
Why have... So, on SmackDown and Rusev.
Right?
So, you draft Rusev and Lana to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Why have we split them up?
No idea. Potentially it might have been because of a digression that supposedly they were upset with them. Because they revealed the marriage a bit too soon. Also, supposedly Rusev decided to change his haircut without informing WWE. No idea.
It just seems like he could do with Lana as his valet still.
And Lana could do with being a valet still, because what is she doing at the moment?
They are trying to do something with her, and I think SmackDown is the right place to try.
It is the right place to try it. But when she's with Tamina and sitting going, I'm going to try to take on Charlotte one-on-one, and getting pounded on.
Yes, but she's got to pay her dues.
True.
And I would rather watch someone to pay their dues than...
Yeah, the question is are they doing this to turn her face?
Eventually, they could do. But she's got to pay her dues first. What do you think about WWE releasing a legend? You know, supposedly, she's ruled the world and turned it all red everything.
Legend.
Did you see Rusev?
Fucking legend!
No, Joe, that's come from. Did you see Rusev's Twitter?
Oh god, no, I must have missed this.
So Rusev's Twitter went, I didn't realise a legend had been released today. And he put a legend in inverted commas.
Oh.
I thought it was brilliant. I was like that. I was like, take a bow, sir. Take a bow.
Job done. Job done. Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, Eva Marie has been released. So, where do we see her first? Pornhub or Ballers?
A lot of people are placing bets on Pornhubs. I'm expecting her on Ballers.
Because she has good friends with The Rock.
She'll be on Ballers.
But how has she stayed in WWE that long? Apart from a Luke, and she's not exactly, like, young. Do you know how old she was? How old?
She wasn't in her 20s, that's for sure.
That doesn't answer my question. Come on, Mr. Burns, the man of all answers. You would know that she is mid-30s.
Yes.
So, someone in their mid-30s who has had the same amount of work done as Nikki Bella, but not willing to put in the same amount of effort.
For wrestling.
Yes. But she had the same cosmetic work done, but she was trying to do too much to be different. Instead of concentrating on the wrestling, they even sent her to one of the best trainers on the indie side to try and work with her.
Yeah.
And still did nothing.
Still didn't get there. And the problem is also, a lot of people are saying she hasn't really done this for WWE or wrestling.
No, she did it for herself to get herself famous.
To get herself famous so she can be in movies.
She was more arsed about the photo shoots and everything like that.
She wanted to get herself ready for Ballers and everything. I think she'd go for Ballers first before she goes on to Brazzers.
To Brazzers?
Yeah.
You mean Brazzers?
Brazzers.
Because Brazzers are...
Yes. Okay, okay, to Brazzers.
Like, if you're going to quote a porn site, at least use it properly.
Sorry, I offended you.
You know, Joey Ryan somewhere is, turning around because you haven't mentioned the YouPornplex yet.
Oh, God. And there we have it. There we have it. You had to mention it, didn't you?
It's your favourite finisher.
No, I am not being Jim Cornetted.
Right.
I am not being Jim Cornetted.
I watched a 2-minute clip the other day that I had sent to me by one of my mates from PWG.
Oh, good Lord.
Which is the 10-man conga line inside a ring.
Oh, guess worse.
But, do you know which conga line I'm on about?
Thumb.
The Thumb.
The Thumb.
With Yushin Thunder
Liger. No, it's cancelled.
Oh, God.
And Tommaso Ciampa. And everybody else.
I was cringing.
Did you see the last person? Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Really? You saw the expression on his face of, really?
Do I have to do this? Like, how does... Because you'll know this since you're experienced in that way. How does tensing your ass and then turning a little bit flip 9 other people over?
I honestly have no idea.
But it was funny to watch. But
Yeah.
I'm like, do I really want to see that in my wrestling?
We need to go back a little bit. You mentioned the YouPornplex. Do you know why we've had to go back to that? Do you know why?
No.
Have you not heard? So you've not heard about Jim Cornette's latest rant against it?
No.
You haven't, genuinely?
No.
Oh, God. Right. Get ready for this. Jim Cornette has gone absolutely ape over the latest victim of the YouPornplex,
Go on.
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley's took a bump.
Mick Foley took a YouPornplex
Right.
with Mr. Socko on. He went for soccer and somehow got inverted into the YouPornplex somehow. And he took the bump.
Has it broke him and all?
No, it hasn't broken him in half. Cornette has gone on a massive tirade about it.
Go on then.
He's absolutely displeased with it. He says he thought better of Mick Foley. He just goes, it's killing the business and everything. And Joe Ryan just goes, oh, I'm sorry, I'm killing the business. On Twitter, pretty much going, oh, I'm sorry, I'm killing the business. Please stop all clapping at what I've just done. Pretty much. And Mick Foley has gone on to Facebook stating, yes, in some cases it might be bad for business, but I was at a show where that sort of thing works with the crowd.
Yeah.
We're doing it not just for that crowd, we're doing it for all areas of wrestling. So we're not just covering one section. So you've got to entertain all fans instead of being boring.
You've got to wonder if taking a bump at Mick Foley's stage is really the right thing for him to do.
But I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying in that sense, but
Like, I don't mind him helping put over Joe Ryan. I really don't.
it wasn't. It was just done as
Like a comedy spot.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's the right time to be taking bumps for Mick
I
Foley.
don't think it was that much of a hard bump, and
No, I can't imagine it is, and Joe Ryan would have looked after him anyway.
and the YouPornplex is how do I explain it? How do I explain it?
You don't, you have to watch it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
However, be careful when you're putting that in on YouTube. You may get some other stuff. Be
So,
warned.
let's move on. So, you've brought up a very interesting point about Mick Foley
Yeah,
there. I'm going to go on to someone else who's retired but has just recently returned to the road,
go on.
but not as a wrestler.
Go on.
Shawn
Michaels.
has returned to the road as a agent. the first time since he's been a finishing coach in NXT,
Yep.
and he is working house shows. So helping talents to review the matches and telling them where to work on for the next couple of days, potentially weeks.
That's awesome. To have someone like that with their experience.
And so at the moment, they've got on the road with them Triple H,
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, Sarah Amato, and Matt Bloom.
And I'm done.
That's the 4 people they've got with them at the moment.
That's just destruction. That's just awesomeness.
Could you learn anywhere better on how to make it?
If
to
you
the main
don't learn
roster?
anything, quit the damn business.
Yeah. So, we have got TakeOver Brooklyn coming up soon. We have the Chosen One versus the Glorious One.
We have, but I need to take us back to another wrestler.
Go on.
Who's supposedly returned to the ring.
Go on.
Mick Foley's best friend,
Which one?
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk will never retire.
Never. Never. And as much as I can say, I can understand why. But if you're beaten up to a point where you can't go, don't be there.
Terry Funk is like the film The Wrestler.
It reminds you of it a bit too much, and it touches home.
And he will probably die in the squared circle.
Depending on how you take the ending. No spoilers.
Oh, I'm just on about in general, not
Yeah.
even about the movie there. Terry Funk, I think, would rather die in a ring than die old.
Would he actually say to an interview he doesn't want to die in the ring? He wants to be far away from the ring when that happens, on a mountain where nobody can see it.
Well, go sit on your mountain.
Yeah. Anyway, back to where you were.
The Chosen One, the Glorious One, headlining Brooklyn.
Tough one, that is.
Be good though.
But that could all change.
Right.
Or don't you know about that?
Well.
Roderick Strong is going to be facing off against the Chosen One.
Okay.
And I think either next week. on
Well,
NXT.
they're already advertising NXT Brooklyn's main event.
Yeah, they have already advertised it, but they might have already changed it. Because, I know. They might have already spoiled the match for NXT, but it's Roderick Strong versus the Chosen One.
What else have we got on there? Ember Moon v Asuka for the 400th time.
No, second.
Feels like the 400th. Authors of Pain versus Sanity.
What's his difference?
Glad Eric Young's back.
Yes.
Obviously, he's had some issues to sort out.
Which he's sorted them out,
Yeah.
and he's now back.
You got Andre Cien Almas versus Gargano.
That'll be interesting to see.
I think it's Gargano anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
I saw a meme on the internet today.
Name?
Give a meh mid-carder a hot woman and he becomes an upper mid-carder.
Meh.
So, Miz with Maurice, and now Andre Cien Almas and What's the Chops.
Am I going to have to say this?
Yeah.
Hardy Boys Elita.
Jeff Hardy's a decent main eventer. In all fairness, now you've brought up the Hardy Boys,
Yes.
I feel sorry for the Hardy Boys
Yes.
because they've had their SummerSlam match changed from underneath them
Yep.
because one of the Revival is injured yet again.
The other one this time, it's not, it's not a broken jaw this time.
Like, this isn't helping the Revival
It's
when you
not.
want to get behind them because they just keep getting injured. Obviously, because Jeff can't get into Canada, the match had changed.
Yeah.
So they had to work a house show of the Revival versus Anderson and Gallows.
Yeah.
So that's, if you call it, the cause of the injury.
Potentially.
They
Ooh.
are injury prone since they've been to the main roster.
Yeah. Because one's had a broken jaw at the start, and now the other one's got a bad arm.
So, at SummerSlam, you're looking to see Gallows and Anderson v the Hardy Boys.
Potentially, yeah.
Which I don't want much.
Yeah, but it's going to happen. What's your view on the Shield versus Cesaro?
Well, it isn't the Shield properly, is it?
It will be.
Where's Reigns?
Busy.
So, it's Shield 2.0.
Yeah, Shield. No, dude, we're not having another TNA moment. Roman Reigns is back. Is it 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 2.5?
It's like DX. Is it DX1, DX2?
God damn it! And it makes it worse is, I can't even say anything against this. Because I'll never forget when I had to tag with somebody who were called Pain Incorporated, or Pain Inc. We started, just Pain. And then had to tag with somebody else because the original tag team partner was injured. And they decided to change the name to Pain version 2. Really?
But no. So, it'll be interesting from that standpoint. So, let's move across to something that I actually think is quite interesting at the moment.
Go on.
Will Ospreay applying for Australian citizenship.
Yes, because he wants to move over there.
Yes. Who said UK wrestling doesn't need him at the moment. I find that a very disrespectful comment.
I do, a little bit, myself. Because saying it doesn't need him. So what, you don't be classified as British?
He's saying that UK wrestling is on the map now. Well, I disagree. It's emerging. It's not on the map.
Yeah. It's like it's on the cusp and he wants to just leave before it explodes so he can say, I helped that make that grow. Now I'm going to try to do that here.
I'd rather him stay as an ambassador for UK wrestling, but still travel to Japan, America, Australia. Why has he got moved to Australia? Not do any British bookings, but he'll still do his New Japan and his Ring of Honor ones.
No idea.
Since he's gone over there, all he's been is a dick.
Fair enough.
It's like he's forgot where he's come from. Marty Scurll doesn't forget where he's come from. Zack Sabre Jr. does not forget where he's come from.
Nope. They don't. They don't. And it is interesting because with Marty, I've always had a liking to him because he's always been a top talent, and he's always, as much as he can play with Bill and everything, he's always respected the British scene.
Yeah.
No matter how much he went over and became the ROH television champion. Now we could have said, I'm in one of the top companies with our championship. I don't need to come back to wrestle in the UK. Did he?
No.
No, he came back.
But Will Ospreay now saying like that he can still do his American, his Japanese gigs, but he isn't going to do that many in the UK. Well, I'm sorry. The UK's what put you on the map. Why not stick and help the UK get to being the second best country for professional wrestling instead of, I'll just go to this place re-emerging because I can get more money. And has he thought about his partner? Does his partner wrestle in America and Japan?
I'm not sure, I don't think so. I think she wrestles in America, not in Japan.
But she's better known over here.
Yep.
And if she goes to Australia, she's going to get the same level of bookings.
Who knows?
Is women's wrestling big in Australia?
Don't know.
Apart from, because obviously there is some female wrestlers over there, because you've got Billie Kay, Emma, Peyton Royce, all Australians. So it'll be interesting. I just think that he hasn't really thought the whole, I want to help Australian wrestling, because he can still do Aussie wrestling. But I don't understand why he needs to walk away from.
I think he's just wanting to move across over there. But I think it might be either by case of wording, potentially. But he may need to correct that soon if it is bad wording.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, then it's not good. He's not setting a good example.
No, and it'll just annoy people, like myself. So, where do you want to go next?
How about Paige?
Right.
We shall quickly return to this.
Paige cleared to saying that she's cleared to return to WWE ring soon.
Yes. She's getting extra checks and everything
What
beforehand.
brand do you think she'll be on? Supposedly on SmackDown, isn't she?
Supposedly, but the problem that we've got is, I think the SmackDown side is way too...
I think she'll get released before she returns to the ring.
You think?
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Because the county court prosecutor hasn't released details yet on what they were trying to have a charge with. So it's more on that story when it happens. But if she returns to the ring, I'll be happy, because it's a solid worker to get back into the ring.
Exactly. And if I'm honest with you, I think she could do with going on Raw.
I think she could do with staying on SmackDown. I know why you think that, and I'm not going to cover it because it's not our place to cover that conversation. So I aren't going to cover why you think she should swap shows or why she shouldn't swap shows, because I don't want to hit that conversation because it could be a little bit ugly.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Right, I am very cautious of time because obviously
We've got a busy schedule.
We've got a busy schedule, and I don't want to take too much up from when we get back live, because we will have a whole lot to talk about when we get back live. I want to talk about Braun Strowman, but it's just a case of watching the build. But we just wanted to have a quick catch up and get things ready.
Cheers for my next subject.
Go on.
And it's only going to be short. Braun Strowman. And it says it's not actually on his wrestling at the moment.
This will be the last chat we have because I know it's about Karen Jarrett.
No.
Not Karen.
No. It's not. It's going to be a very short story. It's very humorous as well.
Okay, but then after this one, it'll be a case of
wait until next week. And he is right, because we do have a very, very short schedule, and we need to get a lot of stuff covered at the moment in time, because you've got a busy schedule, I've got a busy schedule, and we need to get that sorted. Now, the topic I'm going to be covering straight away is WWE have allowed Braun Strowman to break character on YouTube.
Okay.
Reading lines from the film Juno. As Juno. Have you seen it?
No.
If that footage does not show that he can be a face and has humour,
anytime he faces Roman Reigns, he is the face.
Yeah.
And in all fairness, I think his match with Roman Reigns did him more good than bad.
Yeah, it did. But the funny thing about it is, when he was reading them lines, it showed he had a personality as well.
Yeah, which he does. Like, if you look at some of his stuff when he's dressed up as Wonder Strowman, some things you just can't unsee.
Wonder Braun.
But no, we'll talk about next week about Braun Strowman and Karen Jarrett trading barbs on Twitter.
That we will.
And also his last man standing match with Roman Reigns.
And we'll possibly also cover about the fact of the Fatal 4-Way that's coming up.
But no. So, other than that, folks, obviously you can find us at our usual places. Obviously, we do apologise for only the Arthur episode.
Yes, we do apologise. I will just give a quick bit of a shout out to Pro Wrestling Subjective, who I visited recently.
Yeah.
Great show, phenomenal as always.
Obviously, shout out to Team 4-Star.
As always.
And Matthew.
Yeah, from Botchamania.
And then also, so things we recommend you look at. So, Wrestling Northwest.
Yes, we do actually recommend you checking it out. And there is one section I want you to, some people may not actually consider looking at: the dark side of wrestling. I will say he is putting some interesting stories that have been mentioned on there. However, Wrestling Northwest has stated that no names will be actually revealed or anything, but it does show that yes, wrestling can look very fancy, but there is also a bit of a dark side to it.
Yeah, but like with everything.
But it's not all doom and gloom, folks. Just to point that out, and hopefully, once he's done that article, he'll most likely bring out something more joyous.
So you've got Wrestling Northwest. You've got our partner at Changes.
That we do.
Most importantly, the UKWA.
The UKWA and the UK Wrestle Fan Zone.
One and the same. Have a look for them.
Always check them out. Always check them out. They're always doing great photography work.
And then if you want to get in touch with ourselves, you can comment on here, or YouTube, or Facebook, or messages at the Wrestling's Fourth Wall.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
On Twitter.
And obviously, personally, you can message us both.
Yeah, you can find me under Matt Burns UK.
And you can find me at Alexander Owens.
That you can. Or if you can always find us. That's on Twitter. Or if you want to message on Facebook,
or on Facebook,
just put his name in. You'll find him with myself. Just put my name and put if it asks you put an extra few letters, put in UK at the end, just in case.
But no, other than that, folks, be good, be safe, and support your local wrestling.
That we always say. So with that, we will hopefully catch you next week. So with that, man, stay well, stay safe. Catch you later.